Hello and welcome to SoCal Prep Report. We're at Dodger Stadium today for the championships of Division I and Division II baseball. Randy Roseboom along with Eric Sotheimer. I know, Eric, this is the big culmination. We've waited a long time for this great doubleheader here at the stadium.
Hey, this is the 49th consecutive year, I believe, that the city final has been played at Dodger Stadium. No high school athletes in Southern California get that opportunity as the city section does, and should be a great day for baseball, both in Division I and Division II. And
you saw the Southern Section finals right on this field just last night.
Yeah, great pitching performance by El Toro's Jake Jackson and Edawanda. The Freeman brothers came through, so Division I and II, and all the players just performed, even though they were under pressure, and it seems like these baseball players have so much experience that they're forgetting about where they're playing and just going out and having fun.
I'm impressed now with the maturity level of these youngsters. In the old days, there was so much excitement going to Dodger Stadium that the nerves might even take over. Now we're starting to see some splendid defense.
Right, they're playing so much baseball now, and they're involved in so many club and travel teams that they're well prepared for this. And yes, that's a big change. I remember those days when people were shaking to be on that field, but now they're looking forward to hit. They're looking forward to pitch. The catchers are doing well, so it's a good situation.
For Arleta and Laces and Birmingham and Chatsworth, not only a great honor to be here, but the weather just a little bit cooler than we've seen in recent years. It's still warm.
No, it should help the right fielders. Maybe they won't be getting any sun balls, but I hope everybody, and I always remind Chatsworth this, they need to hit ground balls and singles, not home runs. That's how you win games at Dodger Stadium.
All right, sit back, relax. When we come back, we'll have the champions of Division II. That's next, right here on SoCal Prep Report.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
How impressive were the Unicorns at Dodger Stadium. 7-1 over Arleta, 3 straight championships for the Unicorns. And their battery was terrific today. The man on the mound, Finn Starzik at 6'6", was dominant, pitches a 3. Hitter had a little relief help in the 7th inning. And his battery mate, Jordan Durrell, 3 RBIs, a couple hits. We'll start with the pitcher. Eric will be over there with the catcher in a moment. But Finn, congratulations. There was some nerves early, a walk to begin the game, then you settled down.
Yeah, I mean, I think the nerves of Dodger Stadium kind of hyped me up. But after realizing that it's a baseball game, and I've been doing this since I was 3 years old, I settled in and played like I know how to play and got the job done.
When did you feel comfortable out there?
I'd say after the first inning. I think the first inning was when I got all of the nerves out. I think the first batter was most of the nerves, but it really finished after the first inning, and I settled into myself and got it done.
And Jordan, you seemed very relaxed out there. You came in with only a .246 batting average, but you had that double, that 2-run double, then you had an RBI. Explain how come you were so relaxed.
Well, I think I just had a good approach. My coach told me I'd be a team player, and I just saw a pitch that I could turn on, and I turned on it, and I just knew it was a regular game. I mean, I knew it meant a lot, but we were just playing for something we've won before. So.
Right. And your job as a catcher, you have to control Finn because sometimes he gets a little emotional. How do you try to control him?
Well, yeah, he's a big guy and he's got big emotions, but you just got to tell him to calm down and bring him back to reality. And we still got work to do.
You know, Finn, I thought once you got out of that first inning, that mild jam, you really did settle down and controlled the ball game, and then your team supported you, and your defense behind you was terrific.
Well, we have an incredible defense. I mean, all year we've had very minimal errors, and especially our shortstop, Hanseo, he's just been amazing all year, and I couldn't ask for a better defense behind me, and I know that if I put the ball over the plate, they're going to hit it, and we're going to make plays.
I know you can pitch. You're the #1 pitcher, but at the plate today, 2 for 3, a double, an RBI. Talk about the double.
Well, I mean, all year I have been hitting under 200. The bat has just not been awake for me. But for some reason in the playoffs, we've been doing a lot of on-field BP at school. And I think something just clicked for me. I saw a pitch outside that I can drive. My coach has been telling me for days that if I see an outside pitch, just go with it, and it's exactly what I did.
And Jordan, you guys have won 4 city titles out of the last 5 years. This is the first in Division II. Do you feel like you're ready to go to Division I next year? Because there's a lot of returning players.
Well, yeah, in our league we play a lot of good competition, and we can compete with anybody if we just stay working hard like we have. We have a young team.
Right. And Finn, can you explain why there was no celebration, like no dog pile at the end of the year? It was like you just won at the end of this game. It's like you just won some kind of regular game. This is Dodger Stadium.
Well, I think that we don't want to be too showy because Arleta is a great team and we all respect the hell out of them. And we've been here before, not here directly, but we've played in championships before and we've won, and we wanted to be mature about it and act like adults.
Well, you seem mature, and those maturity came through in a couple different spots. One of them was the pickoff. You picked off one of their runners at second base. Talk about that play.
Well, we've been running that exact play in practice a lot, and me and my shortstop, Hanseo, we have a system and signs, and he saw that the guy was getting a large lead and that he wasn't coming back, and took advantage.
The other maturity factor, I thought, from your perspective, is you're rounding third, you're coming home trying to score, and you get thrown out at the plate in a very close call. You didn't see anything, you were called out, and you just walked to the dugout.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I think we were up 5 or 6 to 1, so I didn't want to get angry over a close play. I got the hit, I drove in the run, and there's nothing I really could have done about it by then.
And looking back in this day, what are you going to remember most? Just an opportunity to play at Dodger Stadium?
Yeah, when I got here, it's beautiful, and that's what I'm going to remember about this place, and that I performed well and just keep grinding so I could get here one day.
And LACS, this is going to be big to the students who are known for academics there, right? This will help the athletic program.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we've never been an athletic school. We're the number one public school in Southern California for academics, so we are not known for our athletics, but I think our baseball program has really picked that up and helped athletics come out of our system.
And your dad's an actor. Tell us a little bit about Pops.
He is, well, my entire family's an actor, so my brother, my mom, and my dad, and growing up with them, I wanted to get as far away from that as possible, so here I am playing baseball.
Well, congratulations, guys, and you're both underclassmen. You're both coming back to the Unicorns next year. 3 in a row. He's closed the first 2 in Division III, and today he was the starter and got the win. Congratulations to Finn and Jordan. They're champions of Division II. We'll come back. We'll talk about the D1 game right after this on SoCal Prep Report.
When I get older, I want to be an agricultural scientist because I like finding out new things and helping other people.
I want to be a police officer.
I just want to be a model.
I want to be an FBI agent because I get to save many lives.
I want to play basketball.
Author, filmmaker, we need to give these children a chance to succeed. I know I was a foster child. Be a foster or adoptive parent. Share your heart, share your home.
In 2014 at Dodger Stadium, Birmingham surprised Chatsworth. They do it again, knocking off the top-ranked Chancellors 4-3 in the Division I final. How surprising was this one, Eric?
This was far more stunning than 2-14 because Chatsworth had beaten Birmingham 16-0 just a month ago. Eddie Rosales didn't make it out of the first inning. This time he threw one-hit ball in relief. They got great defense from Alex Ballesteros at shortstop. They got a great catch from Dylan Hernandez in right field. Great defense behind the plate from Johnny Tinser, and they finished with 11 hits. Pretty stunning performance.
Because Birmingham was dominated so dramatically during the regular season by Chatsworth in the 2 games in the West Valley League, I thought it was imperative for Birmingham to get off to a good start, and they got 1 run early.
Yeah, that's what they did. Kevin almost slugged a fly ball that drove in 1 run. Then Chatsworth was able to tie it up with Daniel Sakosa getting an RBI single up the middle, and that set up the big inning that decided everything.
Yeah, the Birmingham team opened up a 4-1 lead. They got a great big-time hit from Johnny Tincher, their catcher, to double in a run, and it was 4-1. But then Chatsworth, in the middle part of the ball game, got to the starting pitcher, had an opportunity, and Eddie Rosales comes in relief for Birmingham and shut down the Chancellors.
Yeah, the bases were loaded with none out. Chatsworth did in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Rosales came in, he hit a batter, and then he got a double play ball and a final out. And that was really the difference. You could see 1 hit for Chatsworth and the game would have been totally different. But Rosales came through.
The overall magnitude of the game, let's go to this point. Chatsworth now has lost 5 in a row at Dodger Stadium in the championship games. And it's a great honor for them to get here. Doesn't diminish their seasons at all. But why are they having so much trouble finishing up in the final game.
For whatever reason, they do not play well at Dodger Stadium. I don't know if it's the pressure involved or the change in environment, but they have never played well there. And also other teams are coming up with pitching, good pitching. Right now, for the last 4 years, there has not been a complete game thrown at Dodger Stadium. The last one was 213. So you really need good relief pitching. And in this game, Birmingham was able to get the relief pitching and Chatsworth didn't. And that's one of the issues that Chatsworth is going to have to solve down the road.
You know, Eddie Rosales is going to become one of those fabled guys. I mean, he was the only member from the 2014 team left on the roster. He played in the championship game when they beat Chatsworth in 2014 as a pinch runner and scored a run. Now he comes in as a senior, that lone member from that championship team, and he propels his team to victory. And it wasn't just his pitching. He had 2 hits, including a triple.
Right, but there was a lot of team contributions. Armando Yanez came out of nowhere to win a couple playoff games. And again, the defense was tremendous, and they got all this hitting that came around. So Matt Mowry deserves a lot of credit. I thought Birmingham was the number 2 team all season. Unfortunately, they got swept by Cleveland late, so they dropped in the seedings. But this kind of proved how good they were going to be and could be. And they came through in the biggest game of the year. Chatsworth had some great players. They were the best team in the regular season. But again, I don't have an answer why they play so poorly in championship games.
It also shows you what happens in the regular season. Again, they were unblemished, the Chancellors. They went 10-0 in the West Valley League. Playoffs, 1-game scenario, anything can happen. When Eric and I come back, we're going to take a final look at what might happen down the road, because this is our final show of the season. Birmingham's a young team. They might be the favorite in baseball again next year. We'll step out and finish off the show right after this on SoCal Prep Report.
What's happening, LA? I'm Arian Alexander. This week, you can enjoy some of your favorite LA traditions and adventure to something new as well. LA's Marina is turning into a pop-up arts district this Saturday with the debut of a new community festival, Artsy. Marina Beach will be bursting with creative activity, art installations, mini galleries, workshops, live music, food trucks, and more. Admission is free. The beach shuttle, free ride, and the water bus will be in service during the event, so hop on and join us for a great time in Marina del Rey. For details, go to artsy-mdr.com. Welcome back to the original LA Food Fest. The LA Food Fest has grown from a street food event to a more all-inclusive culinary spectacle. With one flat fee at the door, you can indulge in delicious eats and drinks from more than 100 food vendors and award-winning restaurants. There are great giveaways too. LA's favorite tasting event is back in the LA Memorial Coliseum. Get your tickets at lafoodfest.com. This Sunday, hit the streets at Ciclavia. Glendale and Atwater Village will be connected by a new 3-mile route. Streets will be closed to cars and open for cyclists, pedestrians, runners, and skaters to use as a recreational space. Make a pit stop at a hub along the route and check out booths with local organizations and businesses. Ciclavia is not a race, so begin where you like and enjoy the day your way, exploring parts of Los Angeles with your friends and family. For the route map, go to ciclavia.org. We've got freewheeling fun all over LA, so you can ride, eat, and get creative wherever you are. I'm Arian Alexander for What's Happening in LA, and I'll see you next week.
Birmingham becomes the first team to win basketball and baseball in the same season in 54 years. You have to go all the way back to 1963 to Fremont. So let's look ahead, see if Birmingham is your favorite in baseball next year.
Well, I would say that the non-Valley teams, there hasn't been a non-Valley team to win since '72, and this could be the year if they get good pitching because most of the top pitchers are graduating. But Birmingham returns a very promising freshman kid, Albert Garcia. He'll take over maybe in the ace role. Obviously, Tinster's back, only a 10th grader, a catcher, so there's a way to build around. I like El Camino a lot. Cole Kitchen, all-city player. He was a sophomore this year, did a great job, and they have a tremendous freshman, going to be a sophomore next year, pitcher in Adam Christopher. So El Camino's the early pick for me.
Well, Birmingham also won the basketball. Dutrieve, their star, left, but his younger brother is still there.
Well, I like Taft in the West Valley League. Derek Taylor is going to have Antoine January. Kiel Davis is going to be back. And we'll see what happens. But it's really Fairfax is the early favorite. Westchester will be there as usual.
Yeah, again, Antoine January on campus.
It's Keel Clark. Sorry, Keel Clark.
Yeah, but with January back, the 6'10 center, he's so good for Taft, they have a chance. He left school and has re-entered. Football, always think in terms of Narbonne, but Dorsey got a very good football team coming back. They played for the championship last year in the city at El Camino College. Could be a rematch again.
Well, it could be a rematch, but Narbonne is still the heavy favorite with Jalen Chapman and some transfers coming in. Dorsey lost one of its top players to Oaks Christian. I think Crenshaw will be very solid. The Western League is going to be interesting. Venice and Palisades are going to lock horns again. Palisades has got a couple transfers. Venice has some great experience back. So it'll be a solid city section, but Narbonne clearly is the best team.
And as we look back, I do want to shout out for the San Pedro team in softball. That's my memory for this past season, winning their 17th overall softball championship. Robert Whitney, his first championship, he gets it done. So what are you doing during the summer?
I go out and watch football. The best tournament to watch is at Edison High School in Huntington Beach. Most of the top teams will be there. Corona Centennial, Mater Dei, J. Sarah, all the really good teams will be out there. Narbonne, so that's a fun tournament. People want to get a sneak peek.
And at the end of the month into early July, the Fairfax basketball tournament, actually the championship game is July 1st, but end of June. Great tournament at Fairfax every year. Eric, have a good summer. Enjoy the season. We'll be back. We want to thank Larry Zavala, our very fine producer. Elijah Gladstone helped us throughout the year. And of course, Rich Estrella, who's been very instrumental with his Southern Section reports. For Eric, I'm Randy. We'll see you next time right here on SoCal Prep Report.
Exploring LA County's trails is now a click away. A mobile-friendly trail locator lets you discover all our county's scenic hikes. It features an interactive map that takes you inside the trail. From the elevation to the temperature, what you need to know is at your fingertips. Wondering if your dog, horse, or bike is welcome? It has that too. So discover some of LA's best-kept secrets and happy trails to you.
Hi everybody and welcome to our final edition of the year of the Southern Section Report. I'm Rich Estrella. Thank you for joining us. It's been a fantastic year in Southern California for prep athletes and their teams. Now you might remember we started off with the former state champion Tristan Meyer and his La Mirada Matadors, and we talked to Tristan Meyer about winning a state championship.
Oh yeah, it was a great experience for all of us. It was something different. La Mirada's never done that before, been in the state. You know, it was a great opportunity for us to play and win it.
Now, was your coach talking about that in the preseason, that there's a possibility you guys might be good enough to go there, or is this just something that happened along the way for you guys?
He's been talking about that since day one, since our first practice. He's always been telling us that we're going to go to state, and that's our goal. That was our number one goal, not winning CIF, but winning state was our goal.
Now, nobody in this area I know in a long time has went to state since they started having the state bowl games, so that's pretty impressive that you guys get to go. Let's talk about last season now. You started the season out, you weren't even a starter. Obviously, you were good enough, but you weren't starting. But somewhere down the line, you got to get in and just took over. You had some great numbers last season. Talk about that transition.
Oh yeah, the first 3 games I didn't start. A guy named Tavaco was starting in front of me, but as long as our preseason schedule, we realized that we could use him in a different position, which he was. He's a great athlete, and he went to receiver, which helped the team benefit. And it's just after since then I started the 4th game against San Clemente, and ever since then it's been started ever since the 12-game winning streak.
Now you guys start off with just a killer schedule. This year you have it again. You have Mater Dei on your schedule. They're picked to win the national championship this year. You guys have who else on your schedule this year?
We have Orange Lutheran, Bosco, Mater Dei, and San Clemente.
Man, that's ridiculous. That's a playoff schedule right there. You are entering the season with a playoff schedule. So what's that do for you guys?
It helps us. It helps us a lot. It helps us realize what we got to work on, and playing those teams is a great opportunity to play D1 teams and to show them what we got and show them what we can do, and it just helps us a lot.
We caught up with Tristan Meyer again at the 605 All-Star Workouts. Tristan, let's talk to you right now about let's talk about your season real quick. You had a great career actually in 2 seasons. You amassed like 65 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Quite an accomplishment, man.
Yep, yes, sir. Well, we had a great season this year. The last few seasons, we've been surrounded by great athletes, had a great line. And just being out there, I was just having fun, just doing what I can do, and just doing my job. And it's all you can do. And we got it back to the championship, and we came up just a bit short.
Yeah. So you're going to be going to Sacramento State now on scholarship, which is great. You looking forward to your college, the next level college experience?
Yes, sir. I'm really excited. We're staying in California, so I get all my family and friends to come out and visit me. It's a great place. I love the coaches. I love the players, and I'm excited to go out there.
All right. Now, your teammate here in the 605 All-Stars is over here is Joey Noble from Los Alamitos. Joey, first of all, congratulations on your season, getting to the semifinals. And congratulations on being into the 605 All-Stars.
Thank you. Thank you. That's such an honor.
All right. So here we have a unique position here. We got Tristan Meyer from La Mirada. We have Joey Noble from Los Alamitos. They played in the semifinals this year. Winner goes to CIF Finals. And unfortunately, Meyer got the best of you, man.
Man, it was just a crazy game. Both teams were going at it. It was just crazy.
In 24 games as a starter, Tristan Meyer threw 65 touchdowns with only 6 interceptions. That is a crazy touchdown to interception ratio. We look forward to following Meyer's career as him and Joey Noble from Los Alamitos head up to Sacramento State University in the fall. Turning to Southern Section basketball now, the Southern Section, the CIF Southern Section playoffs turned out to be a national championship playoff similar to the NCAA's. As Chino Hills, Sierra Canyon, Bishop Montgomery, and Mater Dei were all ranked in the top 9 in the country when the Southern Section playoffs began. And were still in the top 9 when the state playoffs began. Bishop Montgomery outlasted everybody, losing only 1 game all season on their way to the state title and a number 2 national ranking. However, the biggest winner of the basketball season came from one of the smallest Southern Section schools in Rolling Hills Prep. The Huskies boys team won the state championship, and the girls team also made the state finals as well. Awesome. Head coach Harvey Katani talks about the state finals. It's got to be great to come into a new situation at a new high school. You're at Fairfax for 35 years. You come into Rolling Hills Prep, and in your first year, you guys win a a state championship. It's got to be special, Coach.
Very special, and we started working hard in the summer, and as time went on, one of the key ingredients of winning a championship is the total team effort, and I can honestly say that this group of guys were so together that as time went on, we thought that we had a chance once we hit the playoffs, and we're thankful that we came up on top.
Coach, you're one of the legendary figures in the city section. You had great battles with Westchester, with Etta Zam. Everybody knows that city section has, Willie West is like a legend. With Crenshaw, so you were in pretty good company. What are some of the main differences coming from a big school like Fairfax into a smaller situation like Rolling Hills Prep?
Well, at Fairfax and coming from LA Unified School District, there is just such a big district, and most of the schools have 2,500 kids. It's a smaller school, but the goals and the visions and the thought process of trying to do well are the same. And so from that aspect, as a basketball coach and trying to get our program where we want to do well, it's the same menu.
In wrestling, Downey High got its first state champion in Jonathan Prada. This is some feat considering Downey High is over 100 years old and has always had a competitive wrestling program. We caught up with Jonathan to talk about winning the state title. All right, we're talking with Jonathan Prada. Jonathan, first of all, congratulations, man, for being the first state champion at Downey.
Thank you very much.
Hey, congratulations for winning state for yourself, too, bud.
Thank you.
All right, Jonathan, 106-pounder, first state champion at Downey, and I was very surprised to find out this school's been here 100 years, or probably a little more than that, and you're the first state champ. How's that feel?
It feels an honor. Like, everyone's been telling me, good job, you've deserved it, you've done well, and it felt great making history for my school.
All right, how tough do you think it's going to be back to get there next year? Because that's the next question every pundit's going to ask you. It's tough to get there once. You've been there twice now, right? You've been to state twice. You were there last year. Didn't fare so well, but this year you win state. It's going to be a hard act to follow. You think you can do it?
I think I could do it if I continue practicing and, no taking breaks and everything. But it will be tougher and more new people coming in.
Now, Coach, you've been around a lot of state champs before. When you went to John Lansell, state champions abound there, trust me. How hard is it going to be for this man to make it back?
Well, he's definitely going to have a target on his back, so people are going to know who he is. They're going to want to wrestle him and beat him, that way they get that ranking.
Every tournament you go to next year, you're going to be everybody's Super Bowl, right? At his weight class, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. They're going to want to get after him and, upset him and get ahead in the rankings with that.
In Southern Section Baseball, we traveled out to Los Alamitos High School to talk to head coach Matt Newes about his Griffins baseball team.
We have a really seasoned group with a group of leaders and seniors that have been with us for some time. We got out of the gate real quick, 9-1 at the beginning of the year. Won a pretty prestigious tournament in the Loera tournament, which was good. But going into league, the Sunset League is not for the faint of heart.
Man.
We've hit a couple. Little skids in the road, and we're trying to get back on track. But a great group of young men to be around, really enjoyable to be around, a lot of fun, and they enjoy the work and the process every day that when we come out to the field. So they're a lot of fun to be around.
All right, how have things changed with these kids, man? I mean, I hear football coaches, basketball coaches, other coaches tell me all the time, man, the kids are way more distracted than we were with the iPhones and the social media, and everybody's a big star now. And is it hard to manage these guys? I mean, is it hard to keep their attention? Because you come from a different era, and so do I.
Right, it is, and it can be a little bit of work to make sure that you evolve with it and change with it. But what doesn't change is the relationships that you have with the young men,
right.
And that's what we work really hard at to establish great relationships. And our ultimate goal is not baseball here. Ultimate goal is cultivating future husbands, future fathers, and we love them up in that manner. And if you do that, those relationships are going to flourish and they're going to grow.
Well, that's big. I hear a lot of coaches nowadays talk about the big picture, which is more than just a sport. More than just a sport. All the to the kids, that's what they're here for. Their parents love them out here.
Right.
But again, it's more and more. It seems like more and more a coach's job to really mentor these kids up in different ways their parents can't because they're not here.
Right. Well, and we do our best in regards to they're our priority. We love them up as much as possible, with the understanding that they're not all going to play college football or college baseball rather, or even professional baseball, but they all will be a part of this community at one point or another. And when coming out here, they learn how to work hard for themselves and learn how to deal with adversity. That's describing life. And if they can do a great job with that now, and they can build upon that, someday as a husband and as a father, they're going to be fantastic. So that's ultimately our only goal.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Southern Section Report. On behalf of the crew, I'm Richard Estrella saying so long, and we'll see you next fall. Have a good summer.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. You can't control where it will land, only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how to protect your community from wildfires.
Family are people who are always there for you.
They love me, they take care of me.
People that give me love, because the more love I get, it makes me more happy. Family is a bond that holds people who love and care for each other together.
Tuck them into bed.
People who love you.
We need to give these children a chance to succeed. I know I was a foster child. Be a foster or adoptive parent. Share your heart, share your home.